Today, we are answering your top 5 burning questions about Northwest Arkansas, all according to Google. So, let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually was a real estate broker located in the dumpster fire, the horrible, the no good state of Illinois. The worst. Anyways, I could have moved anywhere I wanted to in America. I could have moved to Asheville, I could have moved to Chattanooga, I could have moved to Huntsville, I could have moved to Boise, I could have moved to Golden or Boulder, I could have moved to anywhere I wanted to in America, but I chose Northwest Arkansas. And by far, it is by the best place to live in America, literally by far. If you ever want to talk about why I chose Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America, let's meet up for coffee, let's talk on the phone, let's actually discuss why I chose here again versus anywhere else in America. So without further ado, let's jump right into the content. Alright, so yes, let us answer some of the burning questions that you have pertaining to Northwest Arkansas. The first question, I'm looking at my notes here, the first question is, what is considered Northwest Arkansas? And I'm sure this is pertaining to space in the actual area itself. Usually the going knowledge is that all the way from Bella Vista, so it's almost like a diamond to some extent, Bella Vista, all the way in the far north, to Siloam Springs, down to Winslow West Fork, that's debatable, all the way over to Huntsville, and then back up to Bella Vista. That includes Beaver Lake area as well. The debatable spots, and it is oftentimes included into the mix, is going to be Eureka Springs. So we'll go Bella Vista, Siloam, West Fork, Huntsville, Eureka Springs, back over to Bella Vista. So that's usually the indicator of Northwest Arkansas. Some would debate if Eureka Springs is part of it. Some would debate if Huntsville is part of it. I'm usually on the fence with Huntsville and more on favor of Eureka Springs just because it is more of a tourist destination. So regardless of all that, usually that's the general sense of what Northwest Arkansas is. Now, a little caveat here is that the main hub of Northwest Arkansas, we're talking the main hub, like the places that people actually want to move to, are going to be Bella Vista, Bentonville, Rogers, Springdale, Fayetteville. Those are kind of the core arteries right there. Now, you can have adjacent stuff like Siloam, totally fine. I've sold homes out there, but it's definitely not like, it takes you about 25 minutes to get to Northwest Arkansas, the main hub. Again, with West Fork on the far south end, you have to get probably 15 minutes to get to Fayetteville. Huntsville, about 25 minutes to get to Fayetteville. And then we have Eureka Springs, which is a whole different animal up in the corner over there. So again, Bella Vista, Bentonville, Rogers, Springdale, Fayetteville are kind of the core main hubs of all of that when they say Northwest Arkansas. And the second question is it expensive to live in Northwest Arkansas? Great question, great question. Now, someone who came from Illinois, I guarantee you, whether you came from Illinois, you came from New York, California, parts of other those states that are very, very high cost, you will do very well in Arkansas. Much cheaper form of living. People that have lived here for more than 10 years have said it's gotten more expensive because of because of housing, because of other things in general. Like obviously as housing goes higher, your homeowners, the actual taxes go up with it. Of course, that's what happens when value goes up with it. So it's kind of it is what it is. But regardless, if you're moving from any of those major states or even kind of like mid-tier states, Arkansas is one of the it's like the bottom, like one of the most affordable places to live in America. That's for sure. I think Arkansas and I think like Mississippi rank as like the most affordable places to live in America. And then you bake in Northwest Arkansas inside of all that. Living in Northwest Arkansas, I would consider is not expensive really at all. One of the few things that is kind of more expensive in Arkansas than other places of America is we do have a higher sales tax in both Benton County, which is like Bentonville, of course, and also Washington County, which is Fayetteville. Usually they range between 8 and 9% for sales tax, which is definitely higher than other parts of America. That's probably one of the biggest differentiators is that higher sales tax rate, but we do have considerably lower like property taxes, that's for sure. We have considerably lower they call it luxury tax. So I'll spare the details. There's plenty of videos on that I've done before. But basically, the luxury tax is actually plating your vehicles here in Arkansas. It's much cheaper to do that here than other states because it's almost they tax you on the value of the actual assets themselves, but they don't actually say it's not like Kelly Blue Book value. It's like way cheaper than that. So maybe some comparisons. It's like if I own the same house I had in Arkansas and in Illinois, even on the outskirts of Chicago, my outskirts Chicago house is gonna be probably like $10 to probably $13,000 now when it comes to property taxes. Here in Northwest Arkansas, we're talking like $3,000 to $2,500. So same thing. So that's the crazy thing, is you're saving about $10,000 a year just in property taxes alone. And then on top, and that's especially if you're coming from Illinois, of course. And then on top of that, we have more affordable ways of registering vehicles. And so when it comes to net, you'll be way more money in your pocket when it comes to Northwest Arkansas versus many other parts of America. Whoa. I made something for you. I made something called 3-day itineraries. So maybe you're looking to move down here. Maybe you're looking to check out the whole area. I made 3-day itineraries, literally day by day, city by city, restaurant by restaurant by restaurant, thing to do to thing to do to thing to do. 3 days itineraries perfect for you. So maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is. I have 3-day itineraries linked down below for you. So go ahead and download them and use them when you get on here. Also, you might be using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Way too slow. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is, literally Instant Home Updates. So enter your information below: name, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, all the things you want to know about Northwest Arkansas, all the places you want to move to Northwest Arkansas. Enter all the information below and make sure you get the notification set up for you right away so you don't miss either a home for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday, I send an email just talking about all the cool things happening in Northwest Arkansas. What's going on in the Moment Amphitheater? What's going on in Crystal Bridges? What's going on in Momentary? What's going on in downtown Bentonville? What's going on in downtown Fayetteville? What's going on in downtown Springdale? What new businesses are moving to there? There are so many things all the time. Enter your name below, enter your email below, and make sure you get that email every single Friday. But I need you to be aware, just work with me here, I need to be aware. You will get a little fear of missing out, little FOMO, so to speak, but I promise you will be the most affirmed person eventually when you make your way down to Northwest Arkansas. And the next burning question you have, according to Google, is Northwest Arkansas homes for sale. That makes sense. So usually, obviously that brings you to Zillow or Redfin. I always recommend, and obviously I talk about this all the time, is instant home updates. Way faster, way more efficient. Just getting updates all the time when you're getting ready to actually move here to Northwest Arkansas, or starting to get to test the market. Like, what are prices? It is hard to see with Zillow and Redfin about where prices are going, because it's kind of, it's not, how should I say this? But the notifications are very slow, and then on top of that, the way that they designed their app is like, if something goes off market, it just disappears. So that's the one thing with instant home updates, is you get to see all those homes at the same time, to see like, oh, this one pending, meaning like it's getting ready to close. This one's still on market. So it's a lot easier to see instant home updates versus actually Zillow and Redfin. But yes, obviously a lot of people are moving to Northwest Arkansas, so being Northwest Arkansas homes for sale is definitely a common search on Google, according to you. And the fourth burning question from Google, from you, is going to be, what are winters like in Northwest Arkansas? Now, I just did a video on this like literally three videos ago, so definitely go to the channel, click back. But I want to kind of do a little summary here real quick. Coming from Chicago, that's a really unfair advantage, just a comparison, because it's like Chicago's -20 at least once or twice a winter, or -10, or just 0. It's cold. It's very cold. And so annoying, you're stuck inside 6 months out of the year. If really, when it comes to Northwest Arkansas, is the fact that you are able to be outdoors almost all year long. Now, especially in the wintertime. Now, obviously summer is a little bit warmer. We're talking like 90s a lot of times. And then winters will get down to, at the lowest, common is going to be like low to mid 30s in the nighttime, and then 50s in the daytime. So definitely sweater weather, in my opinion, like maybe a little chillier than sweater weather, like jacket weather, but that's like the worst of the worst of the worst. If you can handle sunny and 50 degrees, you're gonna do just fine here. So in case you wanna go biking or hiking or running or walking or meet with friends, a lot of people spend a lot of time outdoors, even in the wintertime. So if you want to kind of get away and pull your, especially coming from a colder state, that you're kind of attached to Netflix for a good 3, 4, 5, 6 months out of the year, because it's like, oh, I can't go outside because literally it's snowing all the time, literally it's ice bitter cold, and there's salt everywhere and stuck. So you get the idea. So if you're coming from that, you're gonna do just fine. If you're coming from California, different story. So definitely a little chillier than what you're used to, but in the same breath, honestly, our summers are less extreme than what you might be used to. The nice thing is that you're actually able to do stuff outside. Unlike California, you can't really do that there because it's it's a different kind of state there. And the fifth and final burning question, according to you actually, from Google, is what makes Northwest Arkansas unique? Great question. So obviously I did a lot of research before I moved here several years back. Really, a couple of the core things that makes Northwest Arkansas unique is the large companies that exist here. That's really the core of a lot of it, plus the Northwest Arkansas Council. So those two factors make a huge difference. Now, the reason being is because the council really is a slush fund of money by the big corporations to do their bidding inside of Northwest Arkansas. Trail systems, negotiate with airlines, put in more parks or this, whatever it is. They do it all. They do all the things through council. But the big corporations, the nice thing is that you have a lot of jobs, a lot of well-paying jobs, and a lot of times they're recession resistant, meaning Walmart always does better in recessions. Tyson always does good all the time because of the fact it's just food production. And then secondly, we have JB Hunt, which is a transportation company. So three big, massive companies exist here in Northwest Arkansas, which is very unique to the area. You could have like Facebook or Twitter or other technology companies, and they kind of ebb and flow and go all the place. But Walmart's true and steady all the way through. Tyson, true and steady. JB Hunt, true and steady. So those jobs are oftentimes very secure, and the partners that work with them also come here as well. So every single corporation that works with Walmart has to have a presence here in Northwest Arkansas, whether it's Nestle or Coke or Pepsi or Mars, whatever it is. They all exist here in Northwest Arkansas, which drives a huge amount of business. That money then comes into the corporations, and then they spend that money back, honestly, a lot of times back into the community. That's where we're able to have endless amounts of trail systems. That's where we're able to have great fun, great parades, great Christmas stuff, great fall stuff. Really, a lot of the actual economic engine comes to that. And so that makes Northwest Arkansas very, very unique in that sense. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is, starter pack full of all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. It comes with a 120-page guide, city by city, demographics, population, education, medical, all the things you want to know about Northwest Arkansas, 120-page guide shipped right to your home. It comes with this handy-dandy coloring book. Who doesn't want a coloring book? Come on now. Certainly I do. It comes with a coloring book, it comes with stickers, it comes with all the things that pertain to Northwest Arkansas, shipped right to your home, literally right to your home. Enter your address below, enter your name below. I'll make sure to get that package shipped to you right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It is my favorite filler F word. Free! So enter your information below, make sure to get that package shipped to you right away, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!